Good morning, staff. Good morning, community members. And good morning, and thank you so much to our honored guests, our veterans with us this morning. Please give them a round of applause. Well, it's a gorgeous day that we woke up to today. It's a little bit breezy, but we got fresh air. We woke up to a great country. There's a Latin phrase several years ago, and it goes like this: Si vis pacem, para bellum. What that means is, if it's peace you want, prepare for war. What that means is if you have something worth protecting, you'd better be able to protect it. We have a great deal worth protecting in this country. And we owe a debt of gratitude to those who have gone before us and those who are with us currently who are protecting that. Our United States servicemen and women and our United States veterans. So it's for that reason we gather today to honor our veterans. And it's with great pride that I introduce to you this morning our National Honor Society President for Venus High School, Miss Jackie Brown.
Thank you all for being here at our annual Veterans Day Assembly. Words cannot express the gratitude we have for all that have served, and this gesture is just a small token of our appreciation. Now, if you could, please remain standing. Venus FFA will do the presentation of colors. Please welcome your National Honor Society Vice President, Presley Wood.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please welcome the NJHS President.
Please remain standing as the Venus Band performs the national anthem.
You may be seated. At VMS, we have an annual tradition of participating with the VFW of Alvarado to write the Patriots Pen essays. We have selected Avery Sampson's essay to represent our student body, and now, Miss Avery Sampson.
Good morning, everyone. What is the first thing that comes to your mind when someone asks you, what makes you a good American? Is it voicing what you believe? Is it standing up for what you believe? Is it honoring your country? I believe that being a good American is all of these things and more. For instance, voicing what you believe with factual evidence is a good example when I think of a good American. Voicing your beliefs factually makes a good leader and shows what you say can be based on fact. If you want to speak your mind, make sure you have evidence to back up your statement. Your beliefs are yours alone. And if others disagree, that's okay. Because not everyone will disagree with you. Along with voicing your beliefs, being kind to others creates good Americans. The golden rule is always treat others how you want to be treated. Do you ever wonder why that rule is so important? It's because we see so many hateful things in the world that we forget to treat others with respect and kindness. Being kind does not have to be grand gestures. They can be small, like sitting with someone when they're alone or picking up someone's stuff if they tripped. It's very important to remind others to be kind because no one will be kind if you don't. Undoubtedly, having honor in where your lineage comes from is especially important. Especially because we were once immigrants who came to a new country only a couple of centuries ago. We didn't know anything about this country until then, and we were risking our friends and families for our country. I won't lie. We've made some big and small mistakes throughout the centuries. That's why it's so important to learn and help serve to keep this country protected against harm. We, as Americans, need to learn from our ancestors' mistakes and evolve from them. Therefore, all of these things I think about when I think of a good American. A good American is kind, can speak their mind with facts, and is willing to learn and serve our nation. That is a good person, a good leader, and a good American. And I want to be that person. Thank you.
And now, the Venus ISD Treble Choir. And now, the NEN-JHS president to introduce our guest speaker.
Born in Belgium, guest speaker Mr. Bob Sperensberg. A roll call model, Fort Worth is no stranger to public speaking. He has over 45 years of experience in church ministry and school motivational anti-drug assemblies. He also goes around presenting a powerful multimedia message on the cost of the world's freedom to various groups such as adults, youth, church, and patriotic rallies. Mr. Sperensberg's background provides a different perspective of the United States. His family survived the Nazi occupation of Belgium while living under the oppressive imposed government. Mr. Sperensberg experienced several events which left a lasting impression. These events include armed home invasion by neighbor informants, hiding soldiers in their family home to protect them from the Nazis, walking by a concentration camp as a youth. Mr. Sperensberg also experienced the Allied forces liberating his home. He remembers the sacrifice of those who came to liberate the oppressed of the dictatorial government. These events and many others help him appreciate where he lives today. Today he comes to share about the sacrifices made by man and woman to keep people free. As an American citizen, he speaks to help remind people about the nation's sacrifice to bring liberty and freedom to the worldwide. Mr. Sperensberg shares to help the people of the USC some special in their own country. He hopes that his message will stir a feeling of love, pride, and respect for his nation and all people who call her home. Please give a warm Venus ISD welcome to Mr. Bob Sperensberg.
Thank you very much. Good morning, America! Are you proud to be American? First
want to be the only one speaking. You hear me up there? Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Today is a very special day in this country. You see, when you were born, your feet first touched this ground. America, for many of you. When I was born, my feet touched the ground of a little country named Belgium. And that little country, dear friends, boys and girls, please listen to me, was held hostage by Germany for 4 years. For 4 years, you could not live the way you lived before. For 4 years, we had to watch every single thing we did. When the Germans came into our homes, they took our guns. They took our Jewish neighbors and put them on boxcars, dumped them in trucks. I remember so well, my sister came home and she was crying. She said, we had to go into town. And they were picking up the Jewish people and they were throwing them in trucks. And there were some old ladies that couldn't get in the truck and they butt them with their rifles, picked them up like garbage and threw them in a trunk. You see, young people, that's what happened during those 4 years. When I look back and I think back of what my family and I went through, it tears me apart. I'm living in the greatest country in the world because there are 26 cemeteries across this nation which house your uncles, your grandfathers, your grandmothers, those who fought for this nation and those who fought for our freedom are buried in 26 different cemeteries across the world. Come on, give America a big hand here. Dear folks, listen to me. My hands up. Okay, but my hands up, please, quiet. Thank you. You see, I want you to listen very carefully to what I'm saying. What we saw happen in Europe prior to World War II, I feel sad that sometimes I see the same things happening right here in this country. When I stand in front of this crowd here, dear friends, I believe, I'm sorry, is it not working? It doesn't seem like. Testing. That's working? All right. Thank you very much. Mr. Vollmer, I appreciate your passion, sir. Thank you. I want to say one thing. Please listen to me. When I stand here, sometimes I feel like a general addressing his unit. You see, you are the future of this country, and the freedom of the Constitution depends upon you today. You must stand for the flag. You must stand for the anthem. You must be proud of this country. You must be proud of your grandparents, those who fought. And every time you see that flag, every time you see a veteran, you shake his hand. You take him to breakfast. Don't be afraid. You go to Walmart and you got a World War II hat on. Buddy, I'm coming up and hug you. These men here who fought in Afghanistan, who fought in Iraq, you name it, in Korea. I have an old gentleman here. I want you to meet Private First Class Theron Collins, 95 years old. He ran through Europe. He fought right into Germany with his artillery. He's here today. But you know what, dear friends? Because he was there and men like him, I'm here today addressing this crowd, the future of America, which is you. Please listen to me. Do not let anybody interfere in your goals and dreams. This is still the greatest country in the world. I don't care what's going on out there. You are responsible for the future of this nation. You must take the right stand to do what is right for America, to keep that Constitution, the freedom, so that your pastor can preach on the weekends and we can enjoy football. We can enjoy the things. No one can stop us from enjoying our freedom unless we fail to protect that freedom. I tell you just in a few more moments, friends, my father, my two brothers, you see, in Europe you could work, but you had to toe the line. You could not make any mistakes because within the community, our neighbors turned against us. They sided with Germany, and they watched everything that's going on. And my parents, bless their heart, my dad was a good Christian man. He believed in helping everybody. And there used to be young German soldiers that ran away from their unit, and they would be shot if they were caught. But when my dad found them, he brought them in and hid them. And from there, with the Dutch underground, they brought him to a convent. And from the convent, they would look out the ways to get him back and keep him safe until they could not be caught. The saddest story my dad never forgot and never got over. My brothers and my dad had to go to Antwerp, Belgium. You see, he worked for an implement factory which kept tractors running. They had to keep their tractors going because the Germans took all the food. When harvest time came, we didn't get to eat it. No, it went to the German army. So he had to go to Antwerp, and he took my brothers with him. I was too young, I couldn't go that far. And so he said, we're going to the train station. I have to pick up a sprocket for something. As they went to the train station, got off the train, on the next railway, there were all these rail cars filled with Jewish people and thousands of them being herded up into them like cattle. And my father and brothers watched in horror. But something took place. My father was walking with them, and he said, I'm giving you some Dutch lessons here. Je moet hier blijven. Je moet niet komen, je moet hier blijven. He said, you have to stay here. Because he saw two little girls holding hands that had broken away from that Jewish crowd. But the Germans were all like this with their guns facing and putting them on. And they walked away. My dad saw that. And he said, je moet hier blijven. And he tried to go up quietly, hoping nobody, and grabbed them and walk away. But he got about 15 feet closer, and one guard turned around, "Ach, toen hier." And my dad pretended he never even known. He just kept on walking. Those two little girls never made it. My dad was never the same. You see, dear friends, those two little girls, as soon as they got on the train and they ended up in Auschwitz, as soon as you got off, they were there. They were spreading the old and the young and the women and the sick. And they were spreading. That same day, many of them would end up in the ovens. Children. You see, America, that's why America has to be the strongest military power in the nation. And I mean that. When I see what's going on, I get nervous. And you men here who served, you need a big applause, and I want them to stand right now. Come on, stand up, you veterans, where you can. Come on. Thank you, gentlemen. You may sit down. I'm going to give you a little opportunity now. Pay attention, we're going to close up. But the VFW in El Dorado has a passion for the children of America. And today they have a challenge. We want to challenge your group here. You see, America is the place where dreams come true. Millions of people who left Europe and Asia, different places, came here, pledged allegiance to the flag, became United States citizens. They came with peanuts and ended up with a gold mine. Why? Because they had worked. They had a dream. Kids, don't lose your dream. Whatever that dream is, you stick to it and avoid those who discourage you from having that dream. You shoot forward. You are in charge of a positive attitude. Only you can make the difference. And so we have a challenge. Sir, Vision. I'm going to bring Captain out here. Come on out here, sir. Number one card, please, the first one. Number one. Bring them out here. Right here, come on right here, sir. We're going to do, all right. All right, give him a nice big hand. This is the captain. He is a United States Marine. From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli. Now, Captain, I appreciate you, buddy. I want you people up there, and I'm going to give you a few minutes here. I want you to take a deep breath, all right? I want it quiet. And when I point to that, I want you to yell that word out as long as you can. And my hand's up, I want it quiet, because this is important. Are you ready? Vision! Are you a people of vision? Come on, yes. Do you have a goal? Do you have a dream? Vision is number one. That's what America is made of, people with vision. Number two, sir, right there. Give our Navy man right there. Come on out here, sir. Also from our VF. Hey, you stay right here. Hey, sir, don't you get nervous on me. You get that sign up here, sir, and you stand right next to this man. You got that, sir? I don't want no lip, sir. Come on, attention. Here, you, right there, sir. Number two, you got to have the vision. What's that second word say, everybody? Come on. Optimism. Friends, when I live in America, I'm the most optimistic American there is because this is still the greatest country. And I believe if we maintain our optimism, maintain our vision, we will be successful. Number three, let's get another vet out here with the third side. Yes, sir. You stay, sir. Don't you dare leave. You stay right there, all of you. Come on now. You're going to have to deal with I don't want to court-martial anybody here this morning. Okay, hold that up, sir. All right, number three, hold that word up. What's that say? Come on. Idealism means that your dream is humanly possible. If you live in America and you have a dream, idealism says, yes, I can. My vision says, I have a dream. Number two, I'm optimistic. I live in America, not in a communist country. Remember that. And number three, idealism. I know it is possible for me to be a fighter pilot. I know it's possible for me to be an educator. I know it's possible for me to be a preacher. I know it's possible to be a teacher. Whatever you can dream, America is the country where you can achieve that dream. All right, number four. Come on out there. Come on, now what do you got here? We got a Navy man out here. Let's give this gentleman a nice big hand. Very good, sir. Hold it up right there. What's that fourth word say? Come on. I want to hear it one more time. Commitment. Dear friends, listen up. You can have vision. You can be optimistic. You can have idealism. But you must be totally committed to your goal and to your dream. That means if you're running with losers, you'll be a loser. You run with winners, you'll be a winner. Go with those who believe in what you believe and want to help you achieve your dream. So that's so important. So we got vision, optimism, idealism, and commitment. And the last one of all, let's get another one out here. We got another Marine out here, don't we? Oh, Army, okay. All right, give him a nice big hand. All right. Okay. All right, listen up, folks. Listen up now. I want a quiet. Please listen. I'm not hearing any quiet out there. I won't continue until you're quiet. Thank you for your cooperation. Now, please look at this last word, and I want you to yell it out to me. What is it? Enthusiasm. Dear friends, enthusiasm has built empires. Get excited about your dream. Get excited about the future of America. Get excited about what your plans are. Your school, you've been blessed by a beautiful school. You need to thank everybody in this community and your leaders to provide you with a school that provides you with the best education in a free country. There are no guards walking around here with guns. There are nobody checking your books to see what you're reading yet. Okay, that's freedom. That's freedom. Okay, now in closing, sir, I want it dead quiet. And what we're going to do is I'm going to give you a chance to let off a little steam, because we don't ever at Alvarado VFW want you to forget why we are here. This is Veterans Day, one of the greatest days in the nation of this country. All right, here we go. When I point to each one, you're going to holler it back. And then my hand goes up, we'll go to the second one. Because I want everybody in this community to hear that ISD in Venice here is vision, optimistic, idealistic, committed, and enthusiasm about the greatest country in the world. Come on now. Oh boy, this ain't a funeral service. Come on now, that's it. All right. Okay, here we go. Are you ready? That's America. Thank you, and God bless you throughout the rest of this year, and bless everyone here today. We thank you, sir.
Let's give another round of applause to Mr. Sparenberg. If you are currently an educator who has served in any branch of the military, will you please stand so that we may acknowledge your service to both our school, community, and our country? You have taken on the great responsibility to serve our country and then joined the forces of public education to take on the task of brightening our minds and enriching our lives. Thank you for all you have done and continue to do each day. We salute you.
I just want one thing here. I want this young man here at 95 to say a few words to you young people. The last year, I've buried over 7 of my closest World War II friends that I worked with, took care of, and even conducted their funeral. But I know he wanted to say a few words. Theron, can you just say a few words to this American crowd?
Time is an interesting commodity. You young people looking forward, looks like you have plenty of time. But as you mature and take up your careers or callings, you look back and say, what happened? What happened to all the time? It's fading away. But so my advice to you young people is to study hard, learn all you can, because you're going to need it in your future careers. Praise God.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. 95 years old. I hope you'll all live to be 95, but that depends on your commitment to this great nation.
Thank you, sir. Good morning. Good morning. The Armed Forces Medley, also known as the Armed Forces Salute, is today recognized as a collection of the official songs of the 6 services of the United States Armed Forces: Army, Marine Corps, Navy, Air Force, Coast Guard, and as of 2020, the Space Force, although they do not yet have a song. When the Armed Forces Medal is played, veterans of the services and current active duty and National Guard and Reserve members, whether or not they're in uniform, are asked to stand as your service song plays. So veterans, active duty members, and reservists, please stand up and be recognized when you hear your song. Family members are encouraged to stand as well for someone in your family who has served or is serving right now. Thank you. I don't know if y'all can see this, but there is right now, as we speak, an eagle flying over the stadium. Well, he's over there now, but he's fine. Students and staff, will you please stand and join our choir in singing God Bless America? Please remain standing as our Venus FFA officers retire the colors.
On behalf of Venus ISD, in recognition of your selfless service to this great nation, to all of our troops and veterans, you have our deepest respect and gratitude. Thank you for bravely doing what you were called to do so that we can safely do what we are free to do. God bless you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to thank you for being a part of today and showing your respect. The veterans, we're going to let the students kind of go, and then we're going to go to our reception. So if principals or teachers will help us move students, we would greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Go quickly to your classes.
Venus High School, please report to period.